Hey, good morning guys. Welcome back to Heiko Shaves. I want to be a little bit more chronological with my approach to this mini series of Lambda razors. I hope you guys have already seen the unboxing video that just posted very recently. And it was an unboxing of two Lambda razors that Wally, a channel supporter, graciously provided to me for review and evaluation. And it's going to turn into a somewhat of a mini series. So the unboxing was part 1, and now we're going into part 2. And I think it should turn into about a 4-part mini series. Thanks for being here, thanks for watching, and let's get right into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. So I just did the unboxing video of the two Lambda razors, the Aries and the Athena. And I said that I would start with the Aries razor to shave. I look like I need a shave. It's about 2 days of growth. I found some big chrome platinum that I actually made in Greece. So these are going to be the perfect combination. Here, just a quick reminder, this is the wooden box of the Lambda Athena. I said I would start with the Aries razor, but then I changed my mind. We're going to start with Athena, the close comb version, because I want to start with the razor that potentially is milder than the open comb. So let's start with the milder one, and then we're going to move on to the more aggressive one. Just to give you a quick reminder, yeah, nice wooden box. It's actually held shut by magnets. Yeah, give you another look at this, all felt lined. Two little cubbies for blades. We're not going to use these here. These are also big blades, also made from Greece or made in Greece. And then little magnets, little brass looking hinges there on the back, and then it snaps shut like boop. Very nice. Here, www.lambda/razors.com, mate 1123. Here's the name one more time, Athena. It says bronze on it. And on their webpage, I learned that they are using a aluminum nickel bronze. So bronze is not a natural occurring material. It's an alloy. And I guess there are many different recipes for bronze. You can make bronze a little browner, darker in color if you just throw some more copper in there. So different applications require a different mixture of materials. And this one here is then the aluminum nickel. That's why it's probably a little bit more silvery than yellow or brown. Here, let's take it apart. Look at the individual bits and pieces. Look at this beautifully made handle. So it has those flat kind of matte finished sections here. And then it has some knurling or some lines machined into it. And then this nice curved, it's almost like a, like a body, with the feet at the bottom. Very nice, good heft to it. I had this razor sit in some rubbing alcohol. I gave it a brush clean and then some rubbing alcohol. So it's not shiny clean right now. I didn't want to buff it up because we're going to be using it anyways. I just wanted to show you. So at the base plate says made in Greece. Here's a serial number. And on both sides, they have this company logo engraved and it says Athena on each side. And then from the top, you actually have all those little channels here. It's almost like an open comb that merged with a closed comb. So internally it's open, externally it's a closed comb. And then the top is the typical, still some rubbing alcohol on it. 2 pins to align the blade, the threaded pin in the middle, and they even have a little lambda, the 11th letter of the classical Greek alphabet engraved here on the end. Nothing else going on with the top. And I'll just leave it open and get the box open here. I never know how to open those little boxes here without ripping them completely into pieces. All right, here's a big blade. And we're going to load a big blade into the razor. And then we're going to talk about the rest. Because just for this pass around with those two fancy razors, I've splurged a little bit, spent some money, and bought some aftershave and soap combos. So here we go, typical 3-piece, right? All right, so blade in here. Blades are sticking out just ever so slightly, nicely tightened up. Alignment. There is not much blade exposed, visible, just a little bit. Blade exposure, as we always talk about, the imaginary line between the top and the close comb. If the blade sticks out past that imaginary line, it's a positive blade exposure. Blade gap, minimal. Not much, really. Anyways, Athena, the goddess of war and wisdom. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So we have a Greek blade, a Greek razor, all cleaned up. We're going to use my Frank shaving Badger. This was installed by Heiko, so this is not the original knot. I have been soaking it here in my VW bus cup to get it a little softened up. And now let's talk about the other products that I specifically ordered for this review. It's made by a Greek company. I want to say it's Fina. Fina is the brand name. They have a few different soaps. They have aftershave balm also in matching scents. So this one here is the Menthosuchus. And this is also Menthosuchus. And then here on the back, tallow, water, coconut oil, stearic acid, castor seed oil, potassium hydroxide, lanolin, glycerin, kaolin, I have no idea what that is, dihydroacetic acid, benzyl alcohol, and perfume. And this aftershave balm, that's very Greek. After shaving, dry well and apply a small quantity of the aftershave balm. Oh yeah, there is ingredients. Also, agua, water, witch hazel, that's always good, almond oil, castor seed oil, aloe barbadensis leaf juice, coconut oil, glycerin, dihydroacetic acid, and benzyl alcohol and perfume. And then external use only, so don't eat it. Stop use if irritation occurs. And then it's made in the European Union in Greece. Found it online. I want to say I bought it from, now I have to remember this, Bull Goose? I'm not sure. It was an online vendor. I put a link down below. You can check it out. So, and of course I had to already stick my nose in there. And I kind of regret buying it. It smells really, it smells like paraffin. It smells like a candle wax in here. It doesn't really have much scent at all. I mean, not like it doesn't smell like it's an intentional. It's a mixture of candle wax and tallow maybe. I wish we would have smell-o-vision so you could smell it, but they say perfume, but I don't smell any perfume in here. And then let's stick my nose into the aftershave balm. So maybe I just picked the wrong scent. It's kind of the creamy kind, you know. Also very lightly scented. This is a little bit more pleasant than the soap. Very lightly scented. So this could be okay. The soap is not really, yeah, not my beeswax. But we're going to use it anyways. And we're not going to go into this container if I want to pass it on to someone else. We're just going to use my little unbreakable, you know, the same bowl as part of the giveaway. That's still ongoing, guys. Wednesday is going to be the day that we pick the winner. Make sure you comment not below this video, but below the giveaway video. So here we go. Let's just grab a... Yeah, it's kind of strange. Not very offensive, but it smells like a floor polish. Like some wax-based ski wax, maybe. So it doesn't really have the typical shave soap anything. You know, even the scents that I don't like, I can tell that there is some sort of perfume, you know, fragrance in it. And this just smells like some 1960s vinyl floor polish. Anyways, we're going to try it. So yeah, we talked about the soap, the aftershave, the blade is in there. We're ready to go. Let's put some Parasso White pre-shave on. Maybe my stubbles need some softening up. Actually, this pre-shave here, which is also lightly mentholated, I think, has a similar scent to the aftershave balm, the Fina aftershave. What did I say? Menthosukos. Menthosukos. I'm probably butchering this, and some person in Greece is really upset, screaming at the screen right now.
This is Sparta!
I'm sorry. Don't speak Greek. Anyways, soap in here. Let's dip the brush and go right in here. And let's get this lathered up. This is a tallow-based soap. They also have vegan-based soaps. I don't know if after my comments here you will go and check them out, but I will leave a link down below to where I bought it. It's escaping me at this moment. It seems to be lathering really well. It's already coming out of the bowl here. And the big bubbles are disappearing and the small bubbles are appearing, and I'm already making a huge mess. And it still comes across as this waxy smelling thing. But I think it's going to be just fine. I hope. All right. Let's get this transferred over into my face. Yeah. I'm not super enthusiastic about the scent. Oh. And then, of course, I had to get it right into the nostril. But really, ultimately, today it's about Athena. And then in my next shave, it's going to be about Aries. And not so much about my Greek-made soap here. But I thought it was a good idea to try out something that's not from the US or Italy. I mean, there's so many products coming from Italy in the shaving world. Or then, you know, stuff from other manufacturers, obscure stuff. All right, let's put the lid back on the soap so we don't get that contaminated. Put that out of the way. All right, and here is the razor. One more time, get that wet. And here's the shave. Athena, Lambda razors. Oh yeah, there's plenty blade feel to be had. But as I'm always pointing out, if you have a lot of stubbles in your face, your first pass will feel a little bit more rough or aggressive, just because there is more material to cut off. It's definitely not a super mild razor, so on my 1 through 5 scale, I would probably put it somewhere at a 2 or maybe even a 2.5. But that's just initial impression here. Let's finish all the passes we're going to do and see how it does in the subsequent passes here. Feels very solid in the hand. I have the bottom here, it's sitting on my pinky. It's not the tinny type of audio feedback that you get from this thing here. It's more like a solid sounding. And this is officially the first brass razor that I'm using. And I'm also not super familiar with a big blade that I have in here. So maybe the big blade is also part of the, you know, the little bit tuggy feeling first pass here. So let's give it a field test here. After pass number 1, it definitely took down bunch of my stubbles. So we're just gonna spread the remaining soap out and lather up again. I have tons of soap in here still. Tons of soap. Way too much. We can probably do 6 passes. The soap is a little on the thin side. It's not as creamy as some other soaps that I have tried in the past. But that can also be my fault. You know, my lathering techniques are probably not as stellar as, you know, some other people would lather this up. I'm always too impatient. But overall, it's not giving me any irritation. It's not causing redness or burning sensation. So now, second pass, we're going to go across the grain. Across the grain. There is a good balance between blade feel and mildness. So there is definitely more blade feel than in some other milder razors. But it's not super aggressive so that it becomes unusable for me. One of my pet peeves, as you guys know, I don't like the pointy edges. And this here is actually nicely rounded over, so it's not sharp edged. And the blade tabs are almost covered. They are just barely sticking out, so no scratch risk either. And then the cutting edge of the blade, as you can see, there's about 1/8 of an inch to the outside of the razor head. All right, let's do the neck here. As I said, I'm not a fan of the scent of the soap because to me it doesn't have a very pleasant scent. But that's, of course, you know, we all have different tastes. We like different things. But overall, the soap has given me enough slickness and enough protection to do 2 passes so far. And we haven't cut ourselves yet. Or I haven't cut myself yet. All right, let's get a little bit more water here on the brush. And lather up again. And we have way more soap here. It's very herbal, maybe. Maybe there's a little bit of some herbal scent to it. I should have looked at the scent description a little bit more in detail when I purchased this. But I was looking for Greek products. And I didn't find much, at least not immediately. And then I came across this Fina brand that had a bunch of different soaps, tallow and vegan. They also make a oil-based pre-shave, which I didn't order because I don't think I'm a big fan of the oil-based pre-shave. Like I've tried from Rockwell. Not super impressed with oil-based stuff. All right, and now we're gonna do the against the grain pass. Let's get this all clean. Yep. Looks like the little channels down there, they get a little clogged with lather. So there is no opening to the bottom where it could go through and out. So it kind of gets stuck in there. But other than that, it's pretty nice. Pretty happy so far. No bleeding, no nicks, no nothing. Yeah, it's not the beginner level of mild, I would say. So if you think that you want to pick one up for $230 roughly as your beginner razor, I would probably recommend not to do that. You probably would need a lot of tissue paper to stop the bleeding. Yeah, so you saw me turn the razor around. A lot of times with other razors that have like, what's a good example? Here, let's just look at the Hansen. Has a nice open channel down there at the bottom of the bottom plate. And so the lather has some place to go. The reason why I flipped around is because that side is so clogged that it's not shaving anymore. And oftentimes I don't even feel that or get that with other razors. I know Sinatra Lennon, he's very skilled in flipping the razor around mid-shave. I don't have that technique down yet. All right, so far so good. The soap seems to be drying up pretty quickly, or maybe it's just the fact that I didn't hydrate it enough when I was originally lathering it. That could be. But don't be hesitant to lather in between. You know, you have the brush sitting here, you have everything ready to go. So now we're gonna do against the grain down on my neck. This is my most sensitive area, and I feel a little irritation, and you can see a little bit of some redness. It is at least a number 2 to 2.5 on my scale. So it's not like brutally aggressive, but it's not the most gentle either. But, you know, there are always different flavors to everything, and lots of people like more aggressive razors. And maybe you have a little bit of a nick here. And for someone who likes it a little bit more aggressive, this could be a daily driver. For me, a little too on the spicy side. We'll see what the other one, the Aries razor, is gonna be like, how it compares. The shave result up here, 100%. And of course in my neck area where I don't want to do, I missed it. I missed a few stubbles here. Let's do a little pickup pass. Just there. Okay. Which direction? Yeah, injuries are not to the level that I'm going to get the alum block out. This is fine. And we need to try out if the witch hazel containing aftershave balm is going to do its job, right? So let me rinse off. All right, so good result. So 3 passes plus a little pickup, because I probably just, out of fear of nicking myself, I didn't do quite a nice round motion. And so I skipped over a couple. But I also had 2.5 or 3 days of growth. That is more than I usually have. And I just noticed my sideburns. I mean, I don't have the most densely growing sideburns. I definitely didn't do a good job with fine detailed work here. Some people are really skilled in this arena. I think Mike from Long Island Shaving, he does a really good job. And then of course, Geo Fat Boy, you know, where he always clears the runways on the side, right? He does a really good job as well. All right, guys. So dried off. Let's see what the aftershave balm is going to do. A little bit of menthol. A little bit of, it almost smells like peppermint. A little peppermint in there. Very creamy. fresh, cooling. There's witch hazel in it. It's always good for the stressed skin. It's a skin toner. And a little bit here on my dry spots in my face. Very creamy. It doesn't get soaked up really fast. So it's a little on the sticky side now. Maybe I just used way too much. Perfect. A little in the hands here. But yeah, this is definitely scent-wise much more pleasant than the soap. We'll see how we're going to use the rest, or if we're going to use the rest. That's why nowadays I don't go into my soap containers anymore. In case, you know, one of you guys is really interested in this Fina branded soap and the aftershave. I mean, here I dip my spoon in it and here I dip my finger in it. But at least I'm not swirling my brush around in it. So, yeah, works. I like the scent. A little shiny now on my skin. And it's slowly soaking in, I think. Or drying up. Very good. So, we have tried the first of the two Lambda razors, the Athena. It's the close comb version that they put out. They always produce in batches, I believe. On their webpage, both razors are sold out currently. So we'll see when they are going to be back in stock. And I've also seen other online retailers actually list Lambda as a razor brand, but they are sold out or they don't have any products in stock. If you are interested in one of those, check them out. Did I tell you guys to remind me to actually weigh the thing? You should have. All right, here we go. With a blade in it and a couple drops of water on it, it's 118.59 grams. 118, okay? Pretty stout little razor. Good length handle. I like the girthiness, the thickness of this handle up here. I really do. There is, you know, there's just more to hold on to than, do we have something that's really skinny? No, I think this is kind of the trend. Razor handles get thicker and thicker. If I grab a vintage here real quick, let's look at, here's a super speed, one of the many different versions with an aluminum handle, some corrosion on here. Very skinny in comparison, right? So good stout weight, 118 grams and some change. Bronze, supposedly highly corrosion resistant. You guys know that all the metals independently of each other have some sort of corrosion going on. So aluminum kind of gets this gray cover, which actually protects the metal underneath. Iron or steel gets rust, and most non-precious metals will corrode in some shape or form or varnish or discolor. And this is a mixture of aluminum, nickel. I bet there is some copper in it. You know, very nice looking. I don't know how maintenance intensive it will be to keep it that way, or if it's actually going to varnish over intentionally and turn all like, you know, ancient Greek looking from the Bronze Age. But yeah, overall, this is a very, very, very well made razor, very well machined, and all those little details. Fit and finish is great. And I mean, do I have to get the box out again? You know, if you want to give your customer some sort of special presentation of the product, this is definitely the way to do it. And this razor isn't really extremely expensive either. You can buy a stainless steel razor from AliExpress and it's $140. So $220 made in Greece in the European Union. And with all those details and all this and serial number and manufacturing date, even on the box down there and the name engraved and everything, I think this is not overpriced at all. This is a quality 3-piece bronze razor in a beautiful case. Alrighty guys, so that was the first one. The next shave that you're going to see here on this channel is going to be the Ares, the brother of Athena. Okay? Alrighty guys, don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like. Check out the giveaway video and leave a comment down below that so that you can participate and maybe win the box of goodies. Alrighty, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.